Okay, guys, now this is the last example here. Um, so this time they give me a motion diagram, but they don't give me anything else. So let's look at the motion diagram. Now, first thing I notice is they're both going left to right. So they're both going to be uphill. They're both going away from zero. I'm going to go ahead and name them. I'm going to call this one Bob, and I'm going to call this next one Jeff. Bob and Jeff. Okay, so let's think about what do we know about Bob and Jeff. Okay, so let's write our. I really think in these, it's a great idea to write your written description first to try and paraphrase the whole situation for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to do written description here. So there's a couple things I know. I know. Let's see. That's all right, so Bob and Jeff are both walking away from zero. So that's important. Now let's talk about their speed. So if I look back at the motion diagrams, I see that Bob's arrows are shorter. So that means that Bob is slow while Jeff is fast. So let's write that in. Okay, maybe I can. Okay, Bob is slower than Jeff. Okay, so there we go. I think that's good for our motion diagram. Now let's go back up and let's do our x versus t. Now, there's not numbers on here, okay? So down here, there's no numbers. So I'm not going to worry about labeling my graphs right now because I can't possibly be expected to figure out what the number should be. So let's just do Bob and Jeff then, all right? We said Bob was red. Now they both start at zero. That's actually really important to see, okay? They both start at zero. So I'm going to start Bob at zero, and I'm going to draw him a line. Okay? So there's Bob. He's walking along. He's going away from zero, and he's kind of medium slow. Now, when I start Jeff, Jeff has to go faster. So remember, number one rule, steeper equals faster. So right now we see Jeff's line is steeper than Bob's, so that means Jeff is going faster. All right, last thing, let's make this velocity versus time graph. Now again, I don't need to be crazy with the numbers here, but I do know if I'm going to draw Jeff first, if he's faster, he's got to be higher than Bob. Because remember, the farther we go away from zero, away from the axis, the faster it goes. Okay, so as I go this way, that means I'm getting faster. So the higher graph is faster than the lower graph. Now, if it had been this way, the lower graph would be faster than the higher graph. Okay, so that is it for this worksheet.